I'm going to hold you to that commitment. I'm going to hold you to playing full out. Because there's another saying, that how you do anything is how you do everything. And if you think your life is out there and this is just some seminar, hell, you're wrong. This is your life. And if you're not giving 100% here, now, if you're not committing to playing full out here, now, you better examine what you're doing out there. Because it may be the very reason why you haven't achieved the level of success in your body or your life that you really want to manifest. The doubts, the uncertainties about starting a business, and you took action anyway. You did it. You did so consciously, didn't you? Yeah. See, it's only when we're in our true consciousness, when we're in the moment, in our conscious thoughts, making decisions consciously, that we're able to switch off the old conditioning, the old programming, the old disempowering beliefs, perhaps from the past, that have stopped you in your tracks before that moment. And perhaps have even stopped you since. I don't know. It's possible. But it's when you're in your conscious moment, in your conscious mind, that you're able to choose. And for you, you choose to start a business. And before you knew it, you had what Michael Gerber has called the entrepreneurial seizure, and you jumped. Or perhaps you blacked out and fell. I don't know. But you wound up owning and operating your own business. True or true? And for that, you should be congratulated. The fact is, when you open your mind, and what I loved is that everyone yesterday, when asked what was the most important thing in terms of transformation, the training, the nutrition, the mindset, everyone's hand went up when they said mindset. Because indeed, that's number one. If you want to manifest magnificence in your life, manifest the transition, the transformation that you came here for, it's all about the mindset. But the problem with manifestation is that most of us only manifest from a place of scarcity. See something we want. Maybe it's a car, maybe it's more money, maybe it's that body, that ultimate body. We want it. So desire starts to fire up inside us. It's the will, the want, the will pushing outward. And as a result, we begin looking for something else, looking for a new life. But the problem is, because we come from that place of need and scarcity, because we need it, we have to have it, we don't have it, and we can't imagine that it actually really exists, but we're going to go for it anyway, because we come from that place, the problem with manifestation is that we come from scarcity. And therefore, most of us only, when we go to manifest something in our lives, we create more scarcity and less abundance. Now, before I introduce you to something very important, before I introduce you to that thing, that one little thing that has stopped you from creating and manifesting the abundance that you want in your life, from creating and having everything that you want, everything that you ever wanted, this thing has stopped you in the past. This big, before I introduce you to that, wooden vessel, you might say, a lot like a Viking vessel. Remember those old Viking vessels? They had these giant oars, and like 2 or 3 guys manning the oars. And that's what we've done. We've got this vessel like that, and we've got dozens, maybe hundreds, perhaps just one person behind us that's manning those oars. But because we've gotten so fixated on the goal, on finding the land of milk and honey, that we're constantly looking out at the horizon, waiting to find our target, our goal, our destination. And we only take enough time to glance back now and again at the crew and bark orders at them. Faster, harder stir, 12 degrees northwest. But we don't pay enough attention to realize what's happening to our crew. That they're fatigued, they're lethargic, they're disengaged, maybe even falling asleep at the oars. And it's not until we really notice that we're not moving fast enough, or we're not achieving our goal, we're not reaching our destination based on our timeline, or perhaps we begin to notice that we're just going around in circles for 6 months or a year. That's when we begin to notice that our crew is really in trouble. But we haven't done anything about it. We just bark more orders like, more coffee and sugar for the crew! And bring some for me. We've got a goal, we've got a destination. We don't have time to be tired. We don't have time to be fatigued. And that old model just isn't working anymore. We've got to get people up and moving. Let me ask you a question. We've been sitting here now for the last couple minutes, but before that we were up and moving, giving high fives, raising our hands, doing all sorts of crap. Somebody gave me a finger in the back. I mean, it was great. It's freaking awesome. I mean, do you think that you're a little bit more engaged as a result of that energy than you would be if we had started right from the beginning, just from, hey, sit down, listen while I talk? Yeah. But that's what our employees experience. So as managers, owners, and business leaders, we have to be able to do that. We've got to be able to provide an environment that encourages that, incentivizes that, to get people up and moving, because we know they're going to be more productive, more engaged in the process. How many of you would agree that when you get to that point where you just can't do anymore, most of that limitation is placed from where? It comes from where? Is it physical? It's mind. You always have more. And even when you think that's it, I've already pushed past where I thought I could go, guess what? You got even more. And even more than that. And it's those athletes that are able to push to that level, to give the seemingly impossible and achieve what to others looked like impossible can't be achieved. That's the mindset we're going to be working on. Because I think many of you kind of have an idea what it takes to be great. You've got an idea what it takes to have that championship mindset. And much of what we're going to talk about will broaden that scope a little bit. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to help you identify the things that stand in your way, the obstacles, the saboteurs. Because I believe that we all have saboteurs that stop us along the way.